Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing BoStOn cream pie cookie bites. So they're not really they're a cookie. You guys will see how they become a cookie, but they're also like a 2-bite cookie type thing. So let me get started. You are going to need, in here, I have 4 tablespoons of chocolate chips with 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. This is for your ganache to go on top. So that's step 1. Well, step 3, but you guys will get it in just a minute. You are going to need a mini muffin tin to make your cookies. We're going to turn these into cups, so you need a mini muffin tin. You're also going to need something around the size of a shot glass that will be able to fit inside your muffin tin to make that cookie shape. But I know a shot glass is going to fit. So, a shot glass or something that would fit. You can also use a spoon, like a tablespoon. But I like the size of the shot glass better for my personal preference. Okay, for the cookie part, you are going to need 1 box of yellow cake mix, 1 stick of softened butter, and 2 eggs. Now, if you've ever had a BoStOn cream donut before, or BoStOn cream pie, you know that there's a cream filling with that. So, for that, you are going to need, let me make sure this is the right size. It is not. I need the small size. Whatever, we're going to make it work. You're going to need a box of vanilla pudding cake mix. Vanilla pudding mix. It says 3.25. This is a 5.1. So we'll have extra filling, not a big deal. Because of that, I'm going to tell you what you need for the 3.25, and that is 1 cup of heavy cream, which I cannot lift. A 1/2 cup of milk to make your pudding, because you're going to want it to be whipped. And then I'm going to do something different than the recipe. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips, so it kind of tastes like a BoStOn cream pie cannoli cookie type thing. So, first step, let's get started. All right, because there's so many steps, I'm not going to be able to push you guys over to my stand mixer today. There's so many steps. We're just going to do it this way. First things first is you're going to spray your pan. I am following a recipe. I will try to link it down below, but if I can't, it's BoStOn cream cookie bites on Pinterest. So, I sprayed my pan with spray, and I'm going to go preheat my oven to 350. Okay, now that that's done, you're also going to need a cooling rack. So I grabbed mine. If you do not have a cooling rack, that's fine. Just move it over to something like your countertop. Move the cookies to your countertop or something like that. Now that that is done, I have my stand mixer here. You can use a hand mixer if you have one. I just have my stand mixer. I'm going to put my buttered cake mix real life, you guys. I'm literally doing this. with you guys. I pulled out all my ingredients, and this is seriously how I cook in the kitchen. So, I have my butter cake mix that I literally put a small hole in. And I'm going to mix this to get all the lumps out. There we go. I literally put the smallest hole to get it out. Don't be like me. All right. I'm going to let that whisk for just a second or two. And then I'm going to add, once all the lumps are out, I'm going to add my 1 stick of softened butter. And my 2 eggs. So my 1 stick of softened butter is ready to go. And then my 2 eggs. All right, all my lumps are out. So 1 stick of softened butter goes in, along with 2 eggs. We're gonna let that become a dough. Next, you're gonna take your there we go. It is going to be sticky. So I have a half a tablespoon measuring scoop. And you're going to take a half a tablespoon and put it in each muffin tin. If this makes any sense whatsoever. So half a tablespoon. And then you're going to make sure that you flatten them out. So put it in and then just use your finger to make a flat cookie. This one is a 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 24. Alrighty. So half a tablespoon per cup to make them as even as you possibly can. And then you're going to bake these for 8 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes. Do not let them go till they're golden brown on top. When you press them down, it's going to look like they're not done. They're going to be done. I promise. They're going to set as they cool. I found this cookie recipe and I decided to put it in here because Boston cream donut is my husband's favorite. And a Boston cream pie is my husband's favorite pie. So these are for my husband. You will not be able to freeze these, but you can refrigerate them when they're done up to 4 days. Which is why I'm making them now, because you guys will see on Christmas I'm going to post a photo, and even after when you guys get the last cookie. You guys will see all the cookies in one photo, which I am so excited about. Alrighty. Alright. I still have dough left over. That's totally fine. We're going to start with this first. So, I'm going over to my sink and grabbing some water. Alright, so I have some water here, so that way the dough does not stick to my fingers. This guy's a little too full. And I'm just going to press them down until they're flat. So that way when we go make the cup part, they'll all be pretty even. Alright, I'm just waiting for my oven to preheat. And then we're going to pop these in the oven for 7 to 8. What the heck happened? I have no idea. It just paused for a minute. Hopefully that doesn't happen in editing. But I'm going to push these all down to where they're even. And then I'm going to pop them into a 350 degree oven for 7 to 8 minutes. So now that they're all pretty even, I'm going to pop them in for 7 to 8 minutes. Alright, there's 2 things you need to do while your cookies are baking. My oven is still not done yet, so ready to preheat. But that's okay. I'm going to wait for it. Alright, so my chocolate and heavy cream is still over there doing its thing. I have my heavy cream and my milk still over here because I got the wrong size vanilla pudding. So, in your stand mixer with your whisk, or you can use a regular hand mixer, you're going to add in your vanilla pudding, your milk, your heavy cream, and again, I might have to add more because I have a bigger box. And you're going to whisk this until it gets to stiff peaks. And then depending on if I can still feel grit, I'm going to touch it. And if I still feel grit, then I'll add more heavy cream. So we're going to let this go until it gets to stiff peaks. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. I'm going to go pop my cookies in the oven. Alright, you guys, I did have to end up adding more. This is stiff peaks. So when I whisk it in here and it stays like this, that's what you want. And I will show you guys the next step of that here in just a second. My cookies are out. I'm going to take my shot glass. Sorry, I ran from upstairs. And I'm going to push down to make a hole for the filling and chocolate. So as you can see, mine aren't going as deep as I want them to. So I'm taking my fingers and pushing it down. You can use a spoon. I'm just using this shot glass here in my fingers. It is warm. Ain't gonna lie, it just came out. There you go, that's what you want. So when you push down with force, so it'll push up those sides. So push down with force, and it'll push up those sides so you don't have to go in and push it down. And some of them will break. So push, 1, 2, 3. Right as they start to lift, go ahead and lift up your shot glass. So this is what you're kind of doing, if that makes any sense. So you're making a cup. One, two, three. Again, just as they lift. Push. There you go. And you want to do this right when they come out because otherwise it's going to be they're going to get too cold. So these literally just came out of the oven. Now that they're out, hot, you're going to take them out. I'm going to use my fingers. If you cannot handle the heat, please use something to get these out. You need to let these cool completely. I'm just giving mine a slight turn and they're just popping out for me. So I'm going to get all of these out and then I'll show you guys the next steps. Here in just, woo, I lost that one. That's okay though, he's still gonna get filled on top. So out of these, I've lost 3 so far. Let's say 4. Oh, come on. And I didn't push this one down, seriously? All right, I'm gonna get all the rest of these out and then I'll show you guys the next step. All right, while these are cooling, we're gonna come over here to my mixing bowl with my stiff peaks of vanilla pudding, or should I say the cream. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of mini chocolate chips and I'm just gonna fold these in. You do not wanna flatten this. So I'm cutting through, folding over, cutting through, folding over. Now that this step is done, I have my heavy cream and my 4 tablespoons of heavy cream with my 4 tablespoons of chocolate chips. You're gonna pop this in the microwave for 20 seconds, stir it, and then go from 10-second intervals until you get a smooth consistency. And I'll show you guys what that looks like when we get back. All right, so I had to add more chocolate chips to mine. This is what you want. Thin, smooth, shiny. That's what you want. So we're gonna set this aside. Now I need to get a sandwich baggie, any kind of Ziploc, or you can use a pastry bag. However, I'm not that fancy this year. So you're gonna want to cut your hole big enough if you're gonna add the chocolate chips to the Bavarian cream. Yeah, like the vanilla pudding mixture. Goodness gracious, I cannot talk today. You're gonna need to cut your hole big enough for those chocolate chips to come out. So I cut mine pretty big. I don't know if you guys could see that. So that way I have a decent amount coming out. So what you're going to do, these are pretty cool at this point. You're going to pipe your filling into, come on, your cookie bites. So like I said, I want mine to taste like a Bavarian cream donut, but I put the chocolate chips in it to represent kind of like how you would a cannoli. Because honestly, this filling tastes like cannoli cream to me, minus the ricotta cheese. Because I'm not going to lie, I ate it with a spoon just 2 seconds before I started camera. Two more to go, and I'm out of cream. I'm just going back over to my bowl and adding more. This will be good on pancakes.
I wonder if we can do it with marshmallow.
I'm sure.
Because it's like a sweetened cream cheese.
No, I know. I'm sure you can. All right. 2 more to go. 1, 2. I have a lot of cream left, so I'm just going to refrigerate the rest of it, and I'm sure my husband won't mind eating it. Slash my dad. So, next thing I need to do is, give me just 1 second. Oh my goodness gracious. You're going to take your chocolate ganache. You're going to put a little bit on top. A little bit, I mean a lot of it. Huh? It's not going to go through the tray. Nope. My husband's getting into my business. You're going to put these in your refrigerator until your ganache is cooled, and then they're ready. Till your ganache is hardened, and then they're ready to go. I'm going to pop mine into the freezer because I don't have 15 minutes. Ah! That one might go on the tray. You could also just put this on the bottom and then put the cream on top, so then your cream doesn't make your cookie mushy. But I'm just going the way the recipe told me to. It is not going to work. You're going to need to put it on a cookie sheet. Nope, you're going to have to cookie sheet these. Huh? I don't know where we're going to put them yet. We're trying to figure out where we're going to put these. Because we went shopping for Christmas already. So, our freezers are full. But we'll make room for at least some of them so I can get photos. God, these look so good. You know what? I'm not even going to wait. Chris, go get a shirt on so you can go on video. Because you're about to shove one of these in your mouth. He said I can't argue with that. So this is what they look like. You can make them more pretty. I'm not going to today. But if I were to make them minus my family eating them, I'm sure I would just make them more pretty. These are messy. I'm not going to lie. Hurry up. Okay. Husband's going to choose one and then I'll choose one. Pick one. Of course, the one with the most chocolate.
That one down there.
This one? Ready? Cheers. You're not even showing your face. There we go. Stop. Just because I'm short. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God. Best cookie yet. By far.
Takes a little bit more work to do, but
It takes a lot more work to do, but it's so worth it. Oh my goodness. Alright, you guys. That's it. I'm going to freeze these and then put photos on Instagram. This will be up for you guys literally tomorrow. I'm about to go edit it. And I will see you guys in my next one. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. If you make any of the cookies that I made, if you use my recipe, take a photo of it and tag me on Instagram. A Mom's Homemade Lifestyle on Instagram. You can tag me on Facebook. A Mom's Homemade Lifestyle. Wherever, it's a Mom's Homemade Lifestyle, except I do not have Twitter. I mean, I have Twitter, but I don't use Twitter. And Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat either. Snapchat was just too much. It did a whole bunch of updates. I don't like it no more. Don't forget, like, comment. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another cookie video. Bye, guys.